Chapter 2 Voice of a Siren. It's been a week and a half since you've been taken from your home and are now trapped in Selexi's realm, trying to find a way to escape their castle, before you end up losing your soul forever. During day 4 and 5, Selexi has been visiting you in your bedroom, dressed up in gorgeous, sexy outfits as they try to seduce you, but each time you reject them, managing to resist their charm, but it gets more and more difficult day by day. On day 6, you encounter the mischievous twins, Rapture and Torment. It has been so long since their master has brought a last living human from Earth here, but that one didn't last very long. So the twins are rather curious if you got what it takes to survive this realm the longest. And that's when they came up with a wicked idea. Suddenly, out of the blue, the twins start chasing you around the castle, armed with chainsaws as they whirl, threatening to chop you into tiny little bits like a blender. You ran and ran as fast as you could until you stumbled into a garden where Selexi was tending to their favorite flowers, the roses, their favorite ones. Until suddenly you trip and fell near them, landing in the wet soil mud that has drenched the water as Selexi was watering the roses. Now you were both covered in mud. The twins stopped and froze until they saw what happened, quickly hiding the chainsaws behind their backs, pretending to be innocent as if it wasn't their fault, though their frames being so small and the chainsaws being so large, they barely covered it. Them trying to hide the chainsaws behind their backs was disingenuous at this point. They knew exactly what those little gremlins were up to, and it made them very angry. You know, boys, normally I would be laughing at the sight of you chasing your victims through the hallways with those chainsaws of yours. However, not only were you chasing my special guest, but you also dared to ruin one of my favorite clothes and got it all dirty. You remember the last time you ruined one of my outfits, do you? At this time, Selexi reaches into their pocket and like a magician pulls out a small black box, covered in ruined carvings upon it, a metal ring on the top of the lid. The twins quiver with fear. They knew all too well what it is. To anyone else, it is such a small, tiny thing that is barely the size of your palm. But to them, it's the timeout box. The one and only thing that can contain the twins inside, impossible for them to escape unless their master lets them out. The twins flinch with fear, and both in unison turn around and try to run away. But when they did, it was too late. Selexi opens the box, and like a powerful vacuum, it pulls the twins inside of it, and then the box seals itself shut, locked tight until Selexi decides whether to let them out of the timeout box. You can hear the slight little screams inside as it jiggles around. They put it back into their pocket, and the screams become deafeningly silent. Now you two sit inside of there and you think about what you've done. Selexi turns her attention to you as you sit there frightened, afraid of what they might do to you since you are the one who fell in the mud and got them all dirty. But they smile, and then they held out their clawed hand towards you, waiting for you to take it. I'm sorry if Rapture and Torment scared you half to death. I have no real control over what those troublemakers do. I give them a command and they do something completely different. Here, let me help you. You hesitate at first, but then you grabbed their clawed hand and let them pick you up on your feet. But then you take a look at the state of you. A modern hoodie, jeans coated in mud and leaves. Your reading glasses were cracked, and your red and orange hair were more messier than before. Oh my word, you're a mess. I mean, you didn't exactly look like Prince Charming, What with those boring clothes and that dreadful hairstyle of yours. But now you're even worse than before. This will not do. Not to worry. I shall fix you right up. Come along, listener. Let's get you nice and clean. Before you could even retort and say anything, trying to convince him your style of clothing wasn't that bad, Selexi snaps their clawed fingers and teleports you two to a lavish bath chamber. It is massive. The walls are all black and smooth marble stone. The center is a large bathtub that is more like a huge circular pool in the ground. It's almost like a rich Roman bathhouse, but it has more of a dark Gothic look to it. The tub was surrounded by candles glowing with blue flames, and 5 marble vases with lavender flowers in them. It was indeed a sight to behold. Magnificent, isn't it? I had this large tub made just for me. Considering my height, to you, my dear little human, it's like dipping into a deep swimming pool. Now then, off with those muddy clothes of yours. Suddenly your clothes spring to life and remove themselves off your body, making you fall to the ground. First your glasses, then your sneaker shoes, then your socks, then your hoodie, then your shirt, and lastly your pants. In the violent chaos of your clothing slithering to try and get off of your body, you finally slip and fall into the large tub. You were soaking wet, but at least the water was warm, as if you were in a natural mountain hot spring. And then your boxers finally slip off from you under the water and rise to the surface. Floating in the air, it squeezes itself to dry and drain out the water, then fold itself neatly to join the rest of your clothing as they all fold themselves together. Your face became as red as a tomato. You are naked. Your head stays up above the water, hiding the rest of your exposed body under the water. Selexi sees what you're doing, and it makes them giggle. Oh, you silly little bean. Don't be shy. I'll judge your clothing, but I won't judge what your body looks like. Including the size of your pillar down below. Well then, it is my turn to undress. At this moment, Selexi's clothes turned to black mist as it vanished, rendering them naked. They slowly walk into the hot waters, their thick hips swaying back and forth. And then they sit down upon the marble stone seat underwater, their large posterior squishing against the stone. Then they start to clean themselves with soap, getting the mud off of them. Before they sat down, you caught a glimpse of their pillar down below. By comparison to you, since they are so tall, it's huge to you. Selexi noticed your face turned redder than before, and they smirk. What? Were you expecting a bird creature like myself to not have any manhood? Well, normally you'd be correct in that assessment. Normally male Guisha do not have such genitalia. They instead have cloacas instead. However, I am not exactly what you would call a normal Guisha. Although, granted, all of this is entirely new to you, because you haven't even seen what hell looks like. Oh, you still think this is hell? Oh, no. No, you have not seen that place yet. This is someplace entirely, different, but we'll get into that later. But the point is, there is no one else who is like me in this entire universe, and I prefer to keep it that way. After all, no one can match my perfection, and I despise copycats. While Selexi was talking, you had been staring at their body the whole time. Their purple feathers, their soft, shiny, silky, smooth body, so soft and pretty. You attempted to touch their chest fluff, but you held yourself back, trying to focus on something else, trying not to pay attention to this gorgeous, naked avian in the tub with you. It's getting harder and harder. You can feel your heart beating, and your body getting warmer and warmer. You remember your bargain, that you must not fall in love with this Goetia. You must not let yourself become infatuated by them, or else they will take you. Unfortunately for you, Selexi noticed your face was still red, and they know how you've been staring at them, so they decided to make a move and begin teasing you again. You're a curious little kitten, aren't you? You want to touch my feathers, see how they feel between your fingers? They scoot closer towards the human, then they grab their hand and places it on their chest fluff. Here, feel it for yourself. You were stunned, frozen, your body refusing to move, as if part of you didn't want to leave this beautiful, handsome avian. Those feathers, those silky, soft feathers, that smooth, shiny skin of theirs. The more you caress them, they feel incredible in your hand. Before you know it, you leaned in close and laid your head upon the chest fluff. Such an enchanting smell. You couldn't tell if it was the soap they were using, or was that their natural body scent. Either way, you laid your head very still, stroking their feathers between your fingers with both hands, taking in the wonderful lavender scent. Selexi smirks before patting you on the head with their clawed fingers as they smirk. Oh, you are so precious. You love my feathers, don't you? I knew it was only a matter of time before you could go no longer with resisting touching me, as well as you developed a desire to shove your face into my chest. Now you want nothing more but to touch my body, feel my feathers, to hold me close and to never let me go. I can give you everything. My loving touch, my sweet kisses, and a night of pure bliss. All you have to do is say 3 little words. I love you. And then this night can last forever. Go on, say it. You know you want to. You look into their eyes. They're so beautiful, so breathtaking, as they hold your chin to make you look up at them. You almost want to fade into their embrace, but then you shake your head and snap back into reality, realize that you are now sitting on the purple avian's lap, and all bare and vulnerable. You push yourself away from your captor and swam to the furthest end of the circular tub. Selexi smirked before they burst into laughter. Almost got you. You underestimated me, darling. I am the master of temptation. I know all your desires. To feel special and wanted. To never again be alone. And most of all, you want to feel alive. To experience the thrill of danger. The excitement of an adventure. and the heartfelt romance, but with a twist just to spice it up. I could have consumed you right then and there, but I decided not to. I'd hate for this to end so soon. So I'll give you the chance to strengthen your will again, so that I can break it, piece by piece, until you beg me for my touch to claim you as mine. Until then, let us focus on what you shall be wearing from now on. You are most definitely not wearing those god-awful boring clothes anymore, so I shall have my servants burn them. Your glasses, on the other hand, I could have them repaired, but honestly, you look handsome without them. Your blue eyes are so pretty, much like a pair of sapphire gems. A shame they've been blocked by those ridiculous long bangs. So they are getting trimmed, along with the rest of your hair. Trust me, once you get a fresh makeover, you'll thank me. Perhaps with a kiss.